The mankind is not always treated equally by the nature. The vast number of difficulties experienced by the marginalized communities living in the rural areas, including Anuradhapura and Putlam, can be illustrated as the best example to realize the above statement. The lives of the marginalized people have been severely threatened by this COVID pandemic in a way that those lives cannot be recovered again. The threats, misfortunes, and suppression caused by this pandemic in the lives of these poor and affected people are immeasurable. The present condition of the communities existing in these rural areas is extremely pathetic.
ඇත්තටම මේ කොවිඩ් තත්ත්වය නිසා අපේ ගමේ මිනිස්සු බොහොම අසීරුවෙන් තමයි ජීවත් වෙන්නේ. අපේ ජීවන කර්මාන්තය හොඳටම අඩාල වුණා මොකද කිසිම කෙනෙක් මාළු ගන්නේ නැහැ සල්ලි දීලා.
The grievances of the victimized people, like the farmers, the hopeless fishermen who profoundly worry because of the inability of selling their products, the youths who employed in the garment sector to realize their innocent dreams, and the helpless mothers who suffer because of having differently able children clearly demonstrate the adverse impact of this pandemic on these innocent people. The disclosure of the number of COVID-19 deaths broadcasting by the media disguise the tragedy and the spotlight of the miserable destiny of our children who are isolated in a world full of misfortunes, emptiness, and repentance because of these pandemic situations. The education of the children in the rural areas has become more vulnerable as they do not have the access to technology for continuing their studies.
ඉතින් දැන් අපිට මේක හින්දා ඉස්කෝලේ යන්න විදිහකුත් නැහැ. ඉතින් තියෙන ලොකුම ප්‍රශ්නයක් තමයි මේ සිග්නල් ප්‍රශ්නේ. ඉතින් අපි හැමදාම මේ වැවට තමයි එන්නේ කට්ටිය හැමෝම. රෑ 7-8 වෙනකොටත් අපි සිග්නල් හොයාගෙන ඉතින් මේ වැවට එනවා. නැතුව අපිට හරියටම මේ වැට් ටික ඉවර කරලා සර්ලාට මිස්ලාට යන්න විදිහක් නැහැ. දැන් අපි රෑ වෙලා මේ වගේ තැනකට එනකොට එහෙම මේ පැත්තෙන් වැව කණ්ඩියට එහෙම ගොඩාක් වල්ලාලි එහෙමත් එනවා.
අධ්‍යාපනය ලබන දරු ළමයි විදිහට අපි රජයෙන් ඉල්ලා හිටනවා ගොඩක් වෙලාවට අපිට මේ සිග්නල් ප්‍රශ්නෙට මේ හැකියක්මනින් උත්තරයක් ලබා දෙන්න කියලා. මොකද මේ වෙලාවේ ලොකුවටම අපිට මේ තාක්ෂණය නවීන තාක්ෂණය උපයෝගී කරගෙන අධ්‍යාපන කටයුතු සිදු කරන නිසා
10-11 කියන්නේ ඉස්කෝලේ ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕන අත්‍යවශ්‍යම අවුරුද්ද එකක්. මේක වසංගතයේ හින්දා අපිට මේ අවුරුද්දේකට ඉස්කෝලේ යන්න බැරි වෙලා තියෙනවා. ගොඩක් දුකයි. මේ ඇත්තටම දැන් ඔන්ලයින් උගන්නන හින්දා ළමයිට ඉගෙන ගන්න ගොඩක් අපහසුතා තියෙනවා.
We contributed to enhance the online education of nearly 1,000 deprived students. We recognize this as a real and timely need of students in rural areas. We responded through our humanitarian interventions to the farmers who fulfill our food requirement without being dependent on others. We could reduce the hunger of deprived and excluded people living in Putlam, Anuradhapura, and Polonnaru districts. The most vulnerable children were provided with the facilities to ensure their water, sanitation, and hygienic facilities and safety. Due to this COVID pandemic situation, it's time to pay our special attention on persons with disabilities, and it's our responsibility to assist them. Organic home gardening was promoted to address the food insecurity. This initiation was contributed to enhance the psychological well-being of children and their family members. Special attention was given to engage children actively for the aesthetic activities including Vesak lantern preparations, poems and story writings, Vesak Bathigi solo songs. Publishing a creative Vesak card, a storybook, and a poem book were the key achievements of this intervention. Drawings of the children were shared in the social media. It's true that the world is suffering due to this pandemic situation. But it's our duty to do something significant to others. We believe we contributed to assist. And now it's your turn. It's our pleasure to thank Child Fund Sri Lanka for all financial and technical support.